Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Jones. He's got his man. It's White. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. The Giants are 12-2 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Check contact. 50 contact. Cut 19!
They'll and right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and 13. His throw here is incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get him is the idea.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And now leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Looking to throw. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Throwing, Jones. Steps away. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Second and 1. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Let's go. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll run on first down. Keenan, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To try again after the sack. Jones. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Jones throwing on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucks with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
19, 5 years. 19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
19 right.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it.
And Harris has got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jacob Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Buccaneers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Jones fires the out route and completes it to Harris. Touchdown! Jacob Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go. 18, 5 years. 19 tight. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Jones to throw.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Jones.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Oh, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw.
He's got Connor.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he comes back with one complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a